Anime figures. Seemingly as synonymous with anime fans as manga, except a lot more horny. My journey with anime figures started, I want to say, about 3 years ago. I bought a bunch of figures to be set dressing for a really terrible podcast that has one single episode. Don't go looking for that, please. Unfortunately, that need to want to set dress the podcast bled over into my videos, so I was soon able to justify spending hundreds of dollars on anime figures, and I thought today we'd do a little look through all of them. I also wanted this video to be a little bit of an update since I haven't uploaded on this channel in like a year, that I will be continuing to upload throughout the next couple months, and longer than that, not just the next couple months, but I plan to be more frequent and my videos will increase in quality. I need something in the meantime, so we're just gonna look at these anime figures right now. I suppose we'll start by genre. The series I have the most figures for is 100% Rent-A-Girlfriend. I'm sorry. So I guess we'll start off here with the first one I ever got. So this is Ruka Sarashima. Is that her name? I don't know. But this is like the basic Ruka figure that you can get. You know, she's got the kind of heart-shaped bag, and it's pretty decent. The face molding is okay, and you'll see that. I mean, a lot of these are prize figures because I wanted a cheap figure from a specific series that I liked, or I won them from actual Crane games. The next one, this is the follow-up to that figure. This was the next series in the prize figure for the Rent-A-Girlfriend girls. It's another Ruka, and this is like the summer wear version of the characters, and I have another one. And you know, fun fact about this one, so I got this at Anime Expo Chibi 2022. God, that was 2 years ago. And it came in the box. I paid like 20 something dollars for it. And the other Ruka I paid like, I think 13 for, because I got it off Mercari or something. But this one was like 23-ish dollars, and I thought it was new. A couple hours later, I look at the box. The entire front is completely ripped up, and I look inside, and the figure, and I have some footage of it, I'll show it, is completely broken off at the ankle joint. It's just completely ripped off. The sock piece that is like right there is missing. You know, the figure can't stand, so it's kind of useless. So, you know, I had my brother do a little bit of artistic fixing, and it stands now at least. Are you shocked? It's another Ruka. So I got this from Right Stuff's infamous all the time sale. This was like $13. This is the Corful Ruka cat swimsuit bikini whatever figure. I think it's a very good figure for the price I paid. Obviously, it's one of the more degenerate types of figures, but that's most anime figures. Now, would you be shocked if I told you that the next figure is Rent-A-Girlfriend? I wouldn't be shocked either. So this is the Ruka Nendoroid. I got this for about $25 off of Mercari. I think it's official. I think it's a real figure. I don't think it's a bootleg. But yeah, this is the only Nendoroid that I have. I should probably get some more. I think the Nagatoro one is pretty cool. The Nagatoro second attack one. I'll put a total tally of how much I actually spent on the figures at the end of the video, because it's probably not actually 1,000. It's probably closer to like 800 or 900. But you know how the YouTube thumbnail game works. So this is another prize figure from the first Rent-A-Girlfriend series that the first Ruka was from. This is Mami Manami. One thing I do think I like the most about these Rent-A-Girlfriend prize figures are the eyes. They look very accurate to how they're supposed to look in the anime. Here is another Mami. This one is part of the same series as the Ruka, like the summer dress whatever one, or springtime I think they called it. Yeah, I think this is better than the first Mami figure. If not for the clothes, I think are like sculpted a bit better. This is another Rent-A-Girlfriend figure. This is from the first series again. If you can tell, I had a lot of the Rent-A-Girlfriend figures. So this is Sumi Sakurasawa. At some point, there's nothing I can say that I haven't already said. Our last Rent-A-Girlfriend figure. This is the good one. I'm not sure if this counts as a scale, but this is an Ichiban prize lottery figure from Japan. So you would go into a store that was carrying it, and you would pull, like you'd pay $20 or something for a ticket, and you would get A, B, C, D. I believe this was either A or B prize. There were probably other Rent-A-Girlfriend stuff that came with that, but I like this figure. I got it for about $50 from Book Off, San Diego Book Off. If you've never been there and you live in California, I would suggest going to any of the Book Off locations. If you're into anime specifically, the Little Tokyo Book Off is really great because it's only anime, but the prices are more expensive because you're in LA. So San Diego's gonna be cheaper generally. So next up, we've got Kaguya-sama Love is War. This is the standard Kaguya joint. I got this and then another one, it's just Chika, I got from Anime Expo 2023. A lot of these prize figures just end up, you know, kind of looking samey. But the figures I really like, and these ones I won from Crane Games, I went into a round one with about $100, and I actually won like 6 or 7 anime figures that day. This is like the summer dress ones. And I do like these a lot more than the standard ones. The whole flowy dress thing, they're wearing the sun hats, it's a vibe. Yeah, and then I have one more Kaguya-sama figure. This is a Figma Kaguya. Comes with actual cloth clothing and a bunch of interchangeable parts. I have her set up in the exact same pose you can find on the front of the box or like one of the sides of the box because I'm unimaginative. In the same vein as Figma, here I've got an SH Figuarts Sailor Moon. And I got this from my very first anime convention. I got it from Anime Central 2022 in Chicago. And this was about $60. Very nice. She also comes with a bunch of interchangeable parts. She is literally just like the Kaguya, been in the exact same pose for like fucking 2.5 years. Sticking with Sailor Moon, I'm not sure if this really counts as an anime figure, but this is one of the Irwin Sailor Mars dolls from the 90s. Irwin's a Canadian company that, you know, specializes in girls' toys. And they held the Sailor Moon license until like I want to say probably mid 2000s, like 2005. They probably just handed it back to Bandai.
Tuxedo Mask. Here goes Rainy. Now you have moon power. Energize your favorite scouts, help them fight the forces of evil, and then meet at Sailor Moon's dream house filled with all the furniture you see here. Sailor Moon dolls with spinning base and Sailor Moon Dream House are each sold separately. You build it yourself. Sailor Moon!
If you have seen this channel, if you've seen the Pokemon video or the Dragon Ball Z video, I'm going to be doing one in a similar vein with Sailor Moon. So looking at all the Sailor Moon stuff from the 90s, the toys, the video games, and like the show, and where it's led to. So look forward to that. All right, next we have Power from Chainsaw Man. I believe I got this also at Anime Expo 2023. I found this was the best Power pose, like the most dynamic one I could find at the convention. So that's why I sprung for that one instead of, I know there was one where she's got like the blood hammer, but yeah, I went for that one instead. All right, next, this one I was very pleasantly surprised to see this at a figure. And, you know, most of these figures I got from Anime Expo. I got this from Anime Expo, I think 2023. Or maybe Anime Expo Chibi 2023. Anna Yamada from Dangers in My Heart. Fantastic show if you have not seen that, both seasons. It's fantastic. And I was ecstatic when I saw this in person. I immediately well, I need that. Because it's just such a good show. Oh my god, go watch that. All right, next let's move another series that I've got a couple figures for. This is Quintessential Quintuplets. This is Swimsuit Nino. This is another Anime Expo purchase. And, you know, there's a reason people are buying these figures, obviously. Don't judge me. And my other Quintessential Quintuplets figure is this, like, sleeping pajama Itsuki. This was another one that was bought for the podcast set. This figure's okay. It's just, I think it takes up a lot of unnecessary space. So, Q Poskets are hideous. They're the Funko Pops of the anime figure industry. I have a couple. I don't like how Q Poskets look, but for these two specifically, this is Cardcaptor Sakura. I got this from Crane Games, so I didn't actually spend like intentional money on this. It was kind of like a random drop from that game. But this one actually looks pretty decent. I think it fits Clamp's art style a lot better than like if they do Dragon Ball or Demon Slayer or all those other, you know, shonen shows they try to do. And then the other one I bought intentionally with my own money on purpose is Lum from Urusei Yatsura, because it is so difficult to find. I just dropped the stand. It is so difficult to find Urusei Yatsura merch like figures, because I mean now it's easier because of the new show, but when I bought this, the new show wasn't out yet, so the only stuff you could find would be from like, you know, the 80s and 90s and stuff. But yeah, I got this, and it's the alternate like hair style from the covers of the manga. I like how these two specifically look. I don't think I would ever buy another Q Posket again if I was presented with the option. All right, this is a pop-up parade, and I've got two pop-up parades. I don't really like how pop-up parades look. This is Risa Hawkeye. This one looks good though. I got this as a Christmas present, and yeah, I love Full Metal Alchemist. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite anime. Obviously, it's one of everyone's favorite animes. It's the anime. It's anime the anime, right? But I think people don't, you know, really remember, or a lot of you probably aren't old enough to remember the mid-2000s when anime was not as mainstream and it was a lot harder to find anime stuff. Well, Full Metal Alchemist had sort of slipped a bit into the mainstream, so it was easier to find that stuff out in the wild. That was the first manga I ever read, probably besides one of the Pokemon ones, because my middle school library had like 20 or like, I don't know, 10, 15 volumes in the library, and I read through all those volumes so many times, and I was watching Brotherhood at the same time on Toonami. I don't think Full Metal Alchemist, I mean, obviously it gets the appreciation it deserves because it's such a good show. People don't talk about it anymore. This is the other pop-up parade I have. This is fucking Inugami Korone. It's a VTuber, for those of you that don't know. And for those of you that don't know, I used to be a VTuber on this channel, unfortunately. Most of those videos are gone. There's still a couple up, but I don't like VTubers anymore, so. I got this when I did like VTubers. All right, next. This is Eva 1 from Evangelion. This is in a similar style to like a Figma or SH Figuarts. It's not. I think it's Bandai. I can't exactly remember the name of the company that made it, but I will list it for those of you that are interested because this is a very cool figure. Lots of posability, and it comes with like a bunch of different hands and like weapons and stuff, and very cool. This is a, I don't know, this is a little wedding Chi-Chi. I won this in a crane game too. Probably spent like $1 on it. One of my only One Piece figures, Uta from One Piece Film Red, and that is the first One Piece thing I ever watched. I really liked the songs. The anime didn't make much sense to me because I hadn't seen any of the show, but the songs, oh my god, Ado singing as Uta, top tier. Those songs always play through my head all the time. This is another VTuber. This is Kizuna Ai. This was bought again as set dressing for that podcast. Kizuna Ai is the first recognized VTuber. I'm sure there were probably others before her, but she was the first like mainstream popular one. This is a snap together kit Goku. You can find these at Target or something, or wherever they sell any kind of Dragon Ball Z toys. This is like 20 bucks, but it's like a snap together thing in the same vein as Gundam, except this frustrated the fucking shit out of me because it was molded incorrectly, and it's even coming apart now. Is the back chest and the front chest piece would not snap together. I spent half an hour trying to get those things to snap together. I'm surprised I didn't break it, but it ends up looking okay. This is my second One Piece figure. This is Nami taking off her clothes. I don't know why I have this. This was like I was in an anime figure store, and it was like buy one get one half off or some shit like that. I kind of hate what they did to Nami's character design because from One Piece, from what I've seen the first 45 episodes, and I like how Nami looks, but then they just like f***ing stretch out all her proportions and boobify her, and it just like, and like her face becomes kind of terrifying, and her nose is huge, and it ends up being weird. All right, next we've got another one that I won from a Crane game. This is Super Saiyan 2 Kid or Teen Go. I guess it's Kid Gohan. He's not really a teen. He's like 11. This is when he's fighting Cell, and it's just a cool figure. Kamehameha. My other Dragon Ball figure is Spirit Bomb Goku. I think I got this from a thrift store or something. He doesn't have a stand, so the only thing he likes to do is fall over all the time, and when he's in a glass display cabinet, that's not like the greatest thing. Yeah, one day I want to get like a Spirit Bomb like LED ball for him to hold, so he's like doing the Gekidama, but yeah. Alright, this is Tanjiro. Oh, that just stabbed my hand. This is Tanjiro. This is like a Vibration Stars one, I think. He's like kind of a, oh no, this is a Maximatic. I don't know how they come up with these names, but he's like a larger one. Very highly detailed. Next up is Zenitsu. This is a Vibration Stars figure. It's just, you know, him pouncing. He's like asleep, you know. It's another prize figure. They all look the same to me. This I wish I didn't have. I got this as another set dressing for the podcast, but this is Shigaraki Tomura. I don't know what else to say. This one I also kind of wish I didn't have. I won this from a crane game. This is Todoroki, the Fire and Ice hands. He looks better than the Shigaraki at least. And then the last embarrassing figure is Izuku. Another crane game one. Because I'm not going to buy fucking My Hero Academia figures on my own. That's weird. Alright, this is my last cheapy figure. This was a Christmas gift from a coworker. This is Marin Kitagawa removing her clothing so Gojo can measure her. I don't know. I wish they didn't do these figures all the time because then, like, if anyone comes in my room, I just look like a fucking creep. Because I got Nami and Marin and all these characters taking off their clothes, and it's like, I don't want this, but that's how it is. Okay, so moving on. These are the most expensive figures in the collection. Starting off with Lum. I specifically seeked this out. This is a prize figure, but it was like a more premium prize figure. I believe it had like DX at the name, so it was like Lum DX. And this is based on the 1980s design, not any of like the redesigns they did for like the pachinko machines or for the new anime. She has that star base, the pink and yellow star, and unfortunately the hair is just like a shade of blue, but I love this figure. I spent $100 on this figure because I was looking specifically for Urusei Yatsura, and that was the only thing that was semi-old that was kind of within my budget range. This next one I got at Anime Expo Chibi 2023, and it is Nagatoro scale figure. The unfortunate thing about Nagatoro figures is that all of the official ones are of her with no clothing on. So there's the white swimsuit one, and then there's the new like bunny girl one, and then there's this one. You can take her clothes off, but it's just a normal like high school swimsuit, so it's like the one piece. Can we get much higher? But I prefer to keep her clothes on. But they do have the gimmick where her shirt is see-through because it's wet or something. But this is one of the only Nagatoro figures you can get where she's wearing her normal clothes, besides the Nendoroid, which I'll probably pick up at some point. But yeah, this was $170. It's a pretty decent figure. And yeah, I was just looking for Nagatoro stuff specifically because they don't really make a lot of Nagatoro merch compared to something like My Dress Up Darling or like Rent a Girlfriend. God, Rent a Girlfriend makes too many things of merch. This is the figure that I have been looking the most forward to for the past couple of years, and then I found it at Anime Impulse. But Anime Impulse sucks ass. Don't go to Anime Impulse. Anime Impulse didn't even have bag checks. It was just awful. So I wouldn't suggest it. The same trip we went to Little Tokyo and found it for a lot cheaper because at Anime Expo or Anime Impulse it was like 200 something, like 220. But at Jungle Anime in Little Tokyo it was 170. It is the scale Marin Kitagawa. For those of you that do not know, My Dress Up Darling is my favorite anime. So I was very much looking forward to this figure. And the detail is just immaculate. Like even on the bag, like look at that. It's got all her little otaku pins and stuff, and the Shizuku Ten stuff, whatever. And I just think it's so perfect. Obviously there's like, but you know, what anime figure doesn't have that at this point? This is the very last figure I want to show you. I can't lift it because I don't want to break it. All right, so this my brother made. This is a bunny girl Hatsune Miku, and he made it completely out of like modeling clay, and I don't know exactly all of what it's made out of, but very good. This is probably the most expensive figure because of how much time was put into it, but yeah.
Oh shit! Horace! 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 Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
And that is my anime figure collection. I plan to do a similar video for my manga collection because I do have actually over $1,000 worth of manga. Yeah, just stay tuned on the channel. Got some big stuff planned, and I hope I don't fold like I did I guess this year. But next year I'd like to be a lot more consistent. If you enjoyed this video, you would probably also enjoy the video where I ordered a bunch of fake anime figures off of Wish and compared them to real ones. That video will be right there in the corner. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm desperate for attention. Thank you.